everybody, Shazuz here. Just making a quick little video, I guess. I'll go for another ride. My Electron should be a little more quieter than it was last time. Anyway, the reason why I want to make this video is because it's my belief that if the world wanted to solve the so-called energy crisis, it would have been done by now. I can make all, there's my dog Rocky over there. Where, Rocky? If I can build all this cool junk, cool electronics out of junk, making electricity and such, then you can imagine what the big corporations could do if they really wanted to. But apparently they don't. So coming around here to my little solar collector that I made. Didn't turn out as well as I'd planned, but it was made out of junk. I got a solar panel down there, and it's running this little fan down here. Of course, you can see the weather's really crappy outside, so it doesn't appear to want to do anything worth a damn. And then I took this old windmill stand here for one of those decorative windmill stands and put my 2-liter bottle on there. I got the fins on that top bottle going in the opposite direction, so when the wind's blowing, both bottles are spinning in a different direction. Doesn't have no functionality, but it looks cool. And this thing actually charged up a battery really good, so I knew it worked a whole lot. Then over here, I got one of these hydrostatic Lord Kelvin generators here. I wasn't too awful impressed with it. I mean, you could do some stuff with it, but I only managed to get 1 or 2 sparks out of it. Maybe I just didn't make it right. But either way, what happens whenever you fill this up with water up here, the water comes down and then goes down into these 2 cans right here. And then as it's going through there, it creates a static charge. This can goes down to that can. That can goes down to that can. And then when it gets up enough charge, it'll shoot an arc across that little spark gap there. That's just made out of junk. Anyway, like I said, electricity's free. You just got to know how to get it. This is my Electron right here. In the last video that I made of it, you could hear a clanking and stuff. That was due to the pulley right there. That pulley right there was loose, and that was what was clattering, which is good news to me because I'm glad it wasn't my transaxle down here, because I had to customize this, cut it and weld length on the transaxle, and if I had to redo it, it'd be a pain in the neck. Anyway, I've got to add a few more things before my next video on the Electron. But there it is. We just took it for a ride. Anyway, it's colder than crap outside, so I guess I'm going to go up in my mad science lab and make a video and talk to you some more. Peace and love, everybody. Hello everybody, Shazuz here. Out here at my mad science laboratory. It's kind of cold out here. Gotta get that wood burning stove up and running. Anyway, I got a lot of stuff I want to try to squeeze in real quick, but I want to start with these magnetrons right here. It came out of microwaves. I had told you about getting microwave magnetrons out because there's magnets in there that you can use. But something I became aware of, if you can see this, I'm not sure, there's a pink coating on that one and a white coating on this one. Apparently this one has a beryllium insulator. You want to be really super cautious with that if you're going to try to get them magnets out, because that's supposed to be not very good for your health. Anyway, as far as I know, these right here are safe, but either way, whenever you're messing with any of this stuff, always use precautions. and these are real good magnets in there if you can't afford to buy the neodymium magnets. But always be careful, don't breathe in none of the dust, wash your hands and all that kind of jazz if you're going to be messing with anything like that. And if you've seen in my video there, I got a solar collector that I was working on. I used steel pipe that was already black coated instead of using the aluminum cans. And I initially tried to use a mirror behind there to reflect the sunlight on the back of the pipes to heat them up as well, but that didn't go over so well. It just seemed to not heat up as much as it should. So I put some black plastic in there, and that seemed to make a difference. And my intention is I'm going to try to make one out of black PVC plumbing to see if that plastic will hold more heat. Anyway, that's a project in the works. And like I say, I apologize for not making any videos here recently. I've been really busy with projects and all kinds of other stuff. And over here on my scissors coil, I added a few more capacitors right down here, if you can see. A couple more high voltage capacitors out of transformers. And it seems to work a lot better than it did before as far as storing energy. I got some more good things that I'm working on with that I'll share with you later, but meantime, I also made, I don't know if any of y'all's into rock tumbling, polished rocks and stuff like that. I made this nifty little rock tumbler here that you put your rocks that you pull out of the creek or the river or whatever, and you can polish them up and they'll get real shiny. They call them semi-precious stones, and some of them's worth a few pennies. And as far as that, on my update here, I actually got me a snare stand and a throne for my drum set, so now I don't have to use the milk crate for the snare. Works out pretty good. Yeah, I've been doing a whole lot of different stuff. Anyway, the main point of this whole video was that this energy crisis, so-called energy crisis, is a crock. There never was an energy crisis. If you think about this hard enough and you think about the oil industry, you know, if you got something that you can sell for a lot of money, well, you want to try to suppress any other technology that might take away from your market value. So all this free electricity and stuff that I'm working on, trying to show everybody how easy it is to create electricity. I mean, you can get electricity out of the ground. They call it earth batteries. They're making earth batteries, but I'm working on a project to show you on that as well. But you know, they don't want you to know that there's easier ways and more efficient and cleaner ways to make electricity until they can milk all the oil for all the money they can possibly get. Otherwise, I mean, you could look and see the stuff that I've created in my mad science laboratory out of pure junk, and I'm producing electricity and get some really good results, and I hope to share some really cool stuff with you. And I'm still working up to the grand finale that I haven't done yet, but can't tell you about that just yet. Anyway, with all the stuff that I'm able to create out of junk, you can imagine what a corporation could do if they really set their mind to it, if they wanted to solve the energy crisis, or even the people in the world starving to death. If they wanted it fixed, it would have been fixed long ago. Just look back in history at how long all this has been going on. It's just basically a talking point to get people elected in office. That's all it is to it. Nobody ever does nothing about it. So it's up to we, the people, and the little guy inventors to make stuff and try to get it out there. And you know, maybe if they're lucky, hopefully get it on the market. But usually it's suppressed or bought out and hidden before all that. And the laws of physics that they teach in schools, pretty much a crock to basically keep you from knowing a lot of different things. And I fully intend on proving that. That's what I like to do, prove everything that I tell you. Anyway, it's about a short video, I guess. Just kind of an update to let you know I'm back trying to do some more science. And I got some other cool stuff on the way, like I said, and hopefully that you'll try some of these experiments. But with my safety notice right there. I always say make sure that you're always really cautious and know what it is you're messing around with. I had no idea about the possible health hazards of the magnetrons until a friend made me aware of that. And I guess as long as you don't break it up or you'll wash it really good before you handle it with your hands, I would use rubber gloves if I was going to try to pull the magnets out and wash them up. Then you can still salvage those magnets, but either way, you don't want to take no chances with your health. And as far as the energy crisis, don't believe the hype, because there's no energy crisis. There never has been. Nikola Tesla tried to tell everybody that, but nobody listened to him, and proof of the concept there is J.P. Morgan shut him down whenever he was trying to give people free electricity, because there wasn't no way to put a meter on it. Anyway, I think that's all I got for the moment, and I hope you stay tuned. I look forward to making you some more videos, and I'll get some really cool stuff going for you. I did some stuff with some hydroelectrics and some, of course you saw that hydrostatic generator out there. I wasn't too awful impressed with that, but I imagine if it was done right, you could make a really cool rain collector that would charge up a few batteries while it was raining. And so essentially I want to take and use every function that happens around an average house to produce electricity, such as when it's raining, you got a hydro generator in the gutters, and hydrostatic generator, solar power, solar collectors, and then my work that I'm doing over here, other research, because you can't always count on the sun being out, or you can't always count on it being windy, but my idea is that if you take a combination of everything, instead of just going with one idea and trying to make that your main power source, you take a combination and make one unit that will essentially produce electricity no matter what type of weather it is. Then that'll be the plus right there, and I'm hoping to do something like that to show you. In the meantime, I'm still working on the other Shazuz coil, which is a souped up version of the Tesla coil, and I hope you stay tuned and see what I'm working on, because when you finally get to the grand finale, you're not going to be displeased with what you see. Anyway, peace and love, everybody. Take care, Shazuz, and I'll see you next time.